Okay, now let's start the discussion. Previously, we have completed about typecasting techniques, and we have seen about 5 varieties of typecasting techniques: int of, float of, bool of, complex of, str of. And I hope you practiced it and you got the results. Now, look at back to our concept of what you know, data types. Come in. Under the sequence category data types, as a part of that, we already completed str, and there we discussed already what str, and today we are entering into bytes. Important data type this is. So here we go forward bytes. Most important again. So there we'll talk about what this bytes is. So we discussed already str and what bytes. As a part of this discussion, while we are discussing this part, we are also discussing, hello, go to the door. Without asking me, you are coming late and you are entering inside the class. Now coming to the point of it, bytes. What is this bytes now? This is called one type of what class? Predefined class. Is one of the predefined class and treated as what? Sequence data type. Sequence data type. Come in. Once we go late anywhere, you have to ask permission. That is our system, right? Not like your college entering inside. Here it is not work out. So here bytes is one of the predefined class and treated as sequence data type. What is the use of these bytes? I'm going to enter into that. So in Java programming also, there is a data type called bytes. There is a data type called what? Bytes. Okay. In C#.NET also, there is a data type called bytes. I don't know. In this class, who knows Java? I don't know. And maybe BTech CSC students are there. Already Java was completed in their classes. I don't know who is the BTech students and who don't know who knows Java here. Anybody knows Java here? Those who are giving little smile, they know Java. Correct? Correct? So many days absent. Online, okay. That's nice. So bytes is one of the predefined class. So that data type only we are using in Python. So here the purpose of bytes data type is that to implement end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption. Have you heard about this anytime? Have you heard about this word anytime? Yes or no? Yes. Who said yes? Raise the hands. Right. Good. Anybody else? Boys? Okay. 3 boys raise the hand. 4 boys raise the hand. Others are thinking. Sir, you ask the question to them. They are thinking to ask the question. Stand up. What is end-to-end encryption? Okay. Continue. Anything else? Sending data from client to server. Good. Okay. Continue. Anything else? Little more. Okay. Okay. No issue. Anybody else who knows this already? No, nobody raising the hand. So at least he's saying yes. So Pani Gopal, in WhatsApp we saw, that's what I want to tell. In WhatsApp, what the message is coming beginning? End-to-end encryption. Even that only I want to say. If I say other thing, you don't understand. Because every day it is with you only, na WhatsApp. When you save new contact, when you decided to send first time message, what the message is coming? End-to-end encryption messages means, that means, as our student said, in any of the application development, especially in the cloud computing, especially in the client server computing, especially in where UPI amounts, net banking, in majority of the scientific data transferring that time, the data what you are sending from one of the device or one of the machine to the remote machine, when you are sending it, what is the connectivity here? Network is there or not? Over the network, the data will be exchanged between two remote devices. That time, when I am going to send the data from one device to another device and receiving the response from one more device to this device, the data will not be sent as it is what you are typing. Suppose you are typing the amount what you are sending from one your UPI amount to another account. You are entering your PIN number, you are saying, for example, you are entering your PIN. That PIN will not be sent as it is what you typed it. That will be converted into what? Secret information. That will be converted into secret information, which we call it as encrypted format. So what is the data you typed? For example, 1724, for example, you typed. That data 1724 will not be sent as it is. So internally, what is your UPI amount in app? What is your app contains? What the data you are entering from your keypad? That will be internally converted into what? Encrypted format, some secrecy of the format, some human unreadable format. That data will be transferred to the server of that app. The server will receive that encrypted data. Once again, it is going to do what? Decrypt the data and checked with your registered mobile number with that UPI number, with that what? PIN number. If it is everything is done, and further option will be given, amount can be transmitted. Even that type of example in the class I am going to discuss. In where networking I am going to discuss. 2-tier applications, 3-tier applications, so many things I am going to discuss. So UPI provider is called what? An intermediate role is playing between your device and then your banking, correct or not? Like that 3-tier application we can call. So what do you mean by encryption, end-to-end encryption? What are the end user types? That information is called what? Plain text. That information is known as what? Plain text. That plain text will not be sent as it is from your device to what? Another device. That plain text is converted into what? Encrypted format, ciphertext format. That is known as what? Encryption format. Converting the plain text into secret format is known as what? Data encryption. For doing this data encryption, there are some algorithms are present. That algorithm uses which data type? Bytes data type. So why do you use bytes data type? To convert plain text data into ciphertext format. I will explain in the class with the coding. Did you understand? So in general, from our keypads, what we are entering? Plain text only. But when it is transmitting, the data will not move as it is what you typed it. That will be sent in the form of what? Unreadable format, unrecognized format. It will send. To that, we will use what? Bytes data type is useful. So bytes data type purpose is to implement end-to-end encryption. I am explaining in my class. The topic name is called what you know. If I go to this place, networking, there is one beautiful topic is there. Of course, in this networking, I am explaining charting application, client chart, server chart. Database communication also, 3-tier application I am explaining. In this place, I am going to show you the complete implementation. But today we are learning about what? Bytes data type. So tell me, in a simplest format, what you are typing in WhatsApp text field, text area is called which message? Good, plain text. The moment when you click on send button, what is that converted into? Ciphertext. That will reach to what? The other device to whom you are sending. That device is receiving your message in the form of ciphertext or plain text. Good. That will be converted into what? Plain text. That you will understand. Again, you will give the reply. That reply will go to the other device. So your reply will be converted into what? Ciphertext. Received by other device converted into what? That is known as what? End-to-end encryption. Plain text converted into ciphertext. Ciphertext converted into plain text. That will be going on doing that. That is known as what? End-to-end encryption. How to write the code for it? I'm going to explain it. But at this time, we are learning what? Data type. And lot more points I will explain. Online students, did you understand this point? So only one student, Sagar Srivastav is communicating with me. Others are doing what I don't know. Especially the 6 o'clock students, I feel lazy students, I think so. So this is what is my feelings about you. You need to respond it. You need to respond it. If you don't respond, daily I may not be able to talk to you. If you are responding, you are good. Otherwise, you will be going out of order. There is no doubt in that. Please respond. It's my kind advice to everybody. Right. Now I'm going to introduce how this end-to-end encryption, we will use it in the programming. I will explain in the classroom. Next, I'm going to do it to implement end-to-end encryption. Some data storage is required. This is one is sensitive point. To implement end-to-end encryption concept, some data to be stored, some numbers some numbers needed. That numbers are supposed to be taken in which data type? Bytes data type. Right? To implement end-to-end encryption, bytes data type stores the numbers, stores the numerical integer values, ranges from 0 to 256. 0 to 256. There's a lot of signals for these numbers. 0 to 256. 0 to 256 is nothing but what? It is going to take, once you take 0 to 256, actually 256 will not be considered. You already know that. When I take the Python as a data, whose index starts from where? 0 to what? 5. Actually, how many letters are there? So 6 minus 1 will be taken, that is called 5. Here also, 0 to 256, it is strictly called as what? 255 only, it will store. So, in simple word, when I write any time 0 to 256 like that, anything end is coming, always you apply what? -1. From now onwards, you just remember it. When range is coming, last one will not come, -1 you need to apply. So it stores the values, it stores the numerical values from where? 0 to 255 only. 256 stored or not stored? Not stored. So now I'm going to move to the further. At this point of time, you understand, students, bytes data type stores the data of which values? 0 to 256, which is useful for doing what concept? End-to-end encryption concept. For implementing end-to-end encryption concept, bytes data type stores numerical integer values ranges from 0 to 256. Good. Now I will move to the example part. Some example also I want to cover it. Later I will come to that other points I will do it. Because at this point of time, I must give some clarity to you. So let us start with what? Examples. So here, follow me carefully. I'll go to the Python environment now. I'll go to my Python environment as usual. I'm taking like this. Try to follow me. Here I'm writing LST is equal to or something like this. I will write it. You know, so for what? Int you know, float you know, bool you know, and str you know, complex you know, right? These are the things. So these are comes under which data type? Fundamental data type. They are called non-iterable objects because they are containing only one value. STR is containing what? More than one value. It is known as what? Iterable object. Iterable object. Now my point is, what I want to tell you is, to store STR data, we are using some symbolic notation or not? We are using some sort of what? Symbolic notation we are using it. What is the symbolic notation for this STR? Either double quotes or single quote, or we are using triple single quote, or you are using triple double quotes we are using. I hope you are following me. So this is a notation, symbolic notation for storing which data? STR data. Similarly, when you come to bytes data type, we don't directly write the data in the programming. Are we directly writing? No, we don't write bytes data directly. What you are writing the plain text here, our app or program will convert this plain text into what type? Bytes type. So it is a conversion process. I will use it. So we don't write it directly bytes data to what? In the program, we don't write it. Will you write bytes data? Will you write encryption data? No. You will convert the plain text into which type? Bytes type you will convert. Correct or not? So that's why bytes data type does not contain any symbolic notation. Symbolic notation is not there. And this is a chance is there to get confused. Why there is no symbolic notation? ఏం రావట్లే మీకు తెలియట్లే. S is equal to I want to store string data. What you will write? Double quotes will write. How do you store another way? Like this. I will write like this also. Like this also I will write it. Like this also I will write it. Why? Because I need to store string data in my program. Yes or no? Now I want to store bytes data. Bytes data, how do you write it? Will you write bytes data? That means what is not necessary? Python people did not give the notation for which type. But how can it is be happening? The plain text only to be converted into which type? That's why what is not there? Symbolic notation is not there in the Python program for writing which data? Right. I hope you are getting it. What is the symbolic notation for string data? Double quotes, single quotes, some quotes. What is the symbolic notation for bytes? No symbolic notation. Why there is no symbolic notation? Because we don't write directly what bytes data in the program. Because it is after conversion the data will come. That's why there is no symbolic notation. I hope you got it. Now, this is I'll take some time on this data type. I will take some time because byte array data type is also next. Byte array is also going to come. Bytes also is going to come. These are all of them are having similar flavor is there. Both of them does not contain symbolic notation. Both of them are used internally to be acting as an end-to-end encryption data. So there is no symbolic notation for these type of data types. Got it? In Python, I am introducing slowly. I am using the square brackets. It's a symbolic notation for which data type? List data type, which is coming after the sequence type. I am using this type of braces, which is used for what? Tuple purpose. Tuple purpose we are using. We are using this empty curly brace for what? Come on. Set. It is wrong answer. It is called what? Dict. Dict. It is not a set. It is a dict. That means these are the notations for what? Various data to store it. There is no symbolic notation for which type? Bytes type. Just to see, some x is equal to like that. Some y is equal to like that. some z is equal to like this, I am saying. Print of what? X comma type of X. It is called what? List. Y comma type of what? Y. What is this now? Tuple. Z comma what I am writing? Z. Type of Z. What is that? Dict. I say something like K is equal to set of. I will write what here? K. K I will write it. That is called your set. That is called your set. Some L is equal to something like, H is equal to like this I am writing. It is called H comma what? H comma like this. What is that now? STR. Are you following? These are all called what? Symbolic notations. There is no symbolic notation available for bytes. Sir, how can I get the bytes data? Just now I said, na? What I said? Bytes data obtained from converting one type of value to which type? Bytes type. In your WhatsApp chat window, what you can enter? Strings you can enter, numbers you can enter, emoji symbols you can enter, some pics you can send, lot of things, lot of messages you can send or not. That is whatever the data you are sending, which is automatically converted into what? Bytes data. That's why there is a function name is available. Typecasting function is available. What is that function is called? Bytes of. Did you understand that? Int of. What is that int of? Typecasting function. Float of. What is that function? Typecasting function. Str of. Typecasting function. Bool of. Typecasting function. Complex of. What is today now? Bytes of. Why do you use bytes of? To convert int into bytes, bool into bytes, complex into bytes. These type of data into bytes. Because in your chart window, in your data transmission, any data can be transferred to bytes. I hope you are getting me. Well, now I am going to take up here one simple notation here. See students, LST is equal to LST. And you don't know what is LST. I'll explain LST so perfectly. Today I'm talking about the values what it can organize. So 10 comma 20 comma some 0 comma some 45 comma some 256 comma some 67 comma some 23 I am writing. What is this is called? List. List. Don't worry about the list. I will explain to you separately. LST comma type of LST. Now I am going to get it what? Whatever the order you are entering, same order that is containing. What is the type? Such a type of values. I am trying to convert it into which type? Bytes. Can I convert? Yes, you can convert. For converting is concerned, what is required? Typecasting functions are required. What is required? Typecasting functions are required. Tell me, how do you do that? B is equal to bytes of, what is this now? LST. Bytes of LST. Like that, you can tell all 13 conversion functions. Bytes of, byte array of, range of, list of, set of, dict of, tuple of, like that. There is no none type of is not there. Yesterday I said 13 typecasting techniques are there. One of the typecasting function now I am getting. Bytes of what? LST. I am converting which type? Bytes values. I am converting this list data into which type? Bytes type. Now, will it be converted? Will it be converted? Yes. Everybody will feel that yes, because you are lazy student. You don't know English. So it is going to allow us to store what values? 0 to 255 only. But I mentioned here what? 256. Allowed or not allowed? But you are saying converted. Yes, sir. You are saying all international students. So coming to the point of it, error will come. Error will come. Come on, value error. Bytes must be within the range of what? 0 to 256. 256 allowed or not allowed? Already రాశాను కదా ఇక్కడ. Already written in the bracket also I wrote it. And when I asked it, will it be converted? Yes, sir. What? Where are you going? See that. Converted or not converted? Not converted. Not one student going, all of them. Everybody is going some different. So come to the point of it. Error. Why error? Like this. Now you will get immediately one doubt. Sir, what is the doubt? In my WhatsApp chart window, and I'm entering here a big number. I'm entering 65,999,999,999, and I'll say something like this, and I'll press the enter key. This data happily transferred into the other device because the data which you are entering into the WhatsApp window, even though you enter into the number, that data will be always converted into which type? STR. That STR icon will convert into which type? Bytes. Irrespective of the size, irrespective of the number, whatever it is simply converted into which type? Bytes type. Did you understand this point? I will explain through coding. What is the range allowed? This number C is used for end-to-end encryption purpose. Internally, some algorithms are used. For that purpose, we are using these numbers. Today, you just think that bytes organizes the data from 0 to 256. 256 means what? 255. That's why I wrote in the bracket also. One more time, I will ask one more question. Now I'll ask 255. Now some minus 20 and some 34 and 56. Now see print of that LST. Data is printed in the same order. Allowed or not allowed? Huh? Not allowed, allowed? Not allowed. Why? Minus 20. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Because it is not within the range of what? 0 to 255. Also error will come. Also error will come. Not possible. You doubt is what? In my application development of end-to-end encryption, I may enter some negative numbers also. I may enter some numbers which is more than 256 also. That time, where is my data available? My data will be there in the form of text data, string data that is happily converted into which type? Bytes type. That time there is no error like this. Dear students, irrespective of the text, irrespective of the negative numbers, irrespective of your entire number sizes, everything taken into consideration of what? STR type. That STR I am converting into which type? Bytes type. So let us coming to the point back. 255 I am taking. 255 I am taking. Print of this LST now converted into what? Converted into what? Bytes. So now will it be converted or not? Yes, now it is converted. Now it is converted. No error came. Converted perfectly. Now I want to print. Now I want to print. Let me paste this data. I'll come back. Let me paste this data. I will come back. This error I will show you. This error I will adjust it. Already yesterday onwards you already understood, students. Now I'll adjust for this. One more thing. I'm writing like this. This is an LST here having like this. Also error is there due to negative number here, and see this carefully. Now this is a valid data now converted. Now students, now got it. Now I will write what? B comma type of B. See students, these numbers are converted into what? Bytes. So when I print B, will you understand the data which is displaying on the screen? You cannot understand because it is getting in the form of what? Encryption format. Encryption format. See the data and don't get tension immediately. Now you observe it.